Good morning, students. We will start lesson number days to celebrate. Lesson number is 11 and the page number is B1. So I request all of you to open your page number B1 if you are having book with you. I'll share the screen also. Yes, childrens, can you see this? Lesson number 11, days to celebrate. Before I start the lesson, some of the points I want to discuss with you. Those are, even I want to know why to celebrate the days, because some of the few days are there the whole nation celebrates. So in that, one question is given here. Actually, which is your favorite festival? You can write any of your favorite festival. The second one is, name two things associated with this festival. Suppose if you are going to write your favorite festival, why actually you celebrate that festival with enthusiasm. So you have to write any two things related to that particular festival. How do you celebrate it? And discuss this in the class. So these things are given. Okay. Now, India is actually completely a land of festivals. We celebrate many festivals with fun and food. Yes. In the Diwali festival, we call that festival is a lights of festival also. In Dashara, Raksha Bandhan, Idul Zuha, Idul Fitr, Christmas, Guru Purav, so many festivals are there. And that's why we called it as India is a land of festivals. We celebrate many festivals. But the thing here I want to inform you, few festivals are there. Those are celebrated throughout the nation. Throughout means entire our nation celebrate those festivals with a happiness and joy. And those are three festivals. Those are national festivals, religious festivals, and harvest festivals. Actually, the festivals, what are? Few festivals are national festivals. In a national festivals, there are three festivals. Those are Gandhi Jayanti, Independence Day, and Republic Day. These festivals comes in a national festival. Once again, I will repeat these festivals regarding the festivals. Okay. So totally our festivals are divided into three categories. The first category is national festivals and the second one is religious festivals and the third one is harvest festivals. The festivals divided into three categories. So now I'll start with a first category, that is national festivals. In a national festivals, it is divided into three festivals, that is Gandhi Jayanti, Independence Day, and Republic Day. These three festivals are known as national festival because whole nation, entire nation celebrate this festival with joy and happiness. Let's know something about the first one, that is Independence Day. We are covering only the national festivals first. Afterwards, we will move towards the religious and then afterwards harvest festivals. But in this national festivals, three festivals will come. Those are Independence Day, Republic Day, and Gandhi Jayanti. So first, let me inform Independence Day. As students, very well you know that every year we celebrate 15th August as the Independence Day. And on this day, our country became an independent nation. And in the year 1947, okay, our Prime Minister hoists the flag at Red Fort. This is a Red Fort. Okay. Once again, I will repeat. 15th August 1947, our country, India, became an independent nation. So, every year we celebrate 15th August as our Independence Day. And at Red Fort, our Prime Minister hoists the flag. Understood? Now I'll just turn the second page. Okay. As I said, our Prime Minister hoists our national flag at the Red Fort, which is in New Delhi. He addresses the nation and the national anthem is sung. Okay. He addressed the whole nation and then national anthem is sung. This is about the information of our Independence Day. Now come to the point, that is Republic Day. Okay. Every year, this 26th January, we celebrate as our Republic Day. On this day, in the year 1950, India became a republic. Now you see, one thing I want to inform, what is the difference between the Independence Day and Republic Day? Yes, as you know, India got independence on 15th August 1947. Yes, it is right. But why we then celebrate the Republic Day on 26th January? It is just because on 26th January 1950, in the year 1950, we got our constitution. We got our constitution. When India got independent on 15th August, at that time, we did not get the constitution. We did not get the rights. When we got the rights, we got rights on 26th January 1950. So every year, 26th January, we celebrate a Republic Day. And a constitution is set, means it become a set of rules according to which our country runs. Without the constitution, without the rules, India is not going to run. So we got on 26th January 1950. So that day we celebrate a Republic Day. And entire nation celebrates Independence Day and Republic Day. Okay. So then we got the constitution according to which our country runs. Okay. Then on the same day, 26 January, a grand parade is held at Rajpath, which is also in New Delhi. And here the president takes the salute from the three armed forces. Three armed forces, he actually takes the salute from those three armed forces. And the national flag is hoisted, government buildings, offices, and schools too. Okay, so this is about the Republic Day. Now the third national festival is Gandhi Jayanti. Gandhi Jayanti is celebrated, as you all know, Gandhi Jayanti is celebrated on 2nd October because our Mahatma Gandhi, he is the father of nation. His full name is Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi. And it marks the birthday of Mahatma Gandhi. Mahatma Gandhi born on 2nd October 1869, and we Indians call him as Bapu. Okay, lovingly we call him as Bapu. He is known as the father of nation. Specially prayer meetings are held at Rajghat, where his samadhi is there, okay, at Rajghat. So this is about the Gandhi Jayanti. Once again, I will inform you, Gandhi Jayanti is celebrated because it was the birthday of our Mahatma Gandhi. We all lovingly called him as Bapu. He is also known as the father of nation. So many prayers, meetings are held at Rajghat, and at Rajghat, his samadhi is also there. So that's why every year we celebrate 2nd October as Gandhi Jayanti. Okay, so now we will come to the text activity. You have to draw the national flag and color it in your notebooks. Understood, children? So I just gave you this activity. You have to do it. Now I'll turn to the next page, that is page number B3. Here we completed our national festivals. Now the second one, those are religious festivals. Okay. Now what is about the religious festivals? I will explain you. Religious festivals means so many festivals are covered in these religious festivals like Holi, Diwali, Christmas, Eid. These all festivals, Guru Purab, Dashara, Durga Puja, these all festivals will come under in religious festivals. Now in these religious festivals, I will explain you first about the Holi. Yes, Holi is the festival of color, as we all know, and because it is celebrated with joy, fun, with our near dear ones, we celebrate this festival with our friends, with our relatives, with our family members also. Okay, and this is celebrated completely with joy and fun. Yes, that's why it's this festival is also known as a colorful festival. Okay, and we throw colored and water on each other. It marks the arrival of our spring season. Okay, when we get this Holi festival, it marks the arrival of our spring season. Okay, so Holi festival is also known as a color festival. It is celebrated with our family members, with our friends, with joy and fun. Even people sing and dance in this day. Okay, they throw means we throw colored water on each other Like this way, we celebrate this festival, and it marks, this holy festival marks the arrival of the spring season. Okay, this is about the religious festivals. Now the second one we will just explain, Diwali. Children, you all know Diwali is also known as the festival of lights, because we decorate our houses, and we decorate our houses with colorful lamps and lights. Okay, it is celebrated to mark the return of Lord Rama to his kingdom after 14 years of exile. Yes, when Lord Rama got the exile of 14 years, so it was the mark to return of Lord Rama to his own kingdom. Okay, and people decorate their houses with diyas, candles, and rangoli patterns in front of their houses. They exchange gifts, sweets with friends and relatives. They worship Lord Ganesha and goddesses Lakshmi also. Yes, in the evenings, what we do, we worship Lord Ganesha with goddesses Lakshmi. On this day, we worship Lord Lakshmi also. Okay, so by this way, we celebrate the Diwali festival. Diwali festival is also known as the festival of lights. It is celebrated to mark the return of Lord Rama to his kingdom Ayodhya after 14 years of exile. So we decorate our houses with diyas, candles, and rangolis also. We exchange gifts, sweets with our friends and relatives. And in the evenings, we worship Lord Ganesha and goddesses Lakshmi by wearing a traditional clothes. Okay, yes. Now the next religious festival, that is Christmas. Okay, so Christmas, and we celebrate Christmas every year on 25th December, and this day is the birthday of Lord Jesus Christ. So we celebrate 25th December as Christmas. Okay. On this day, people decorate Christmas trees, they sing carols and exchange gifts, same how we did in Diwali. And we offer special prayers at the church. It believed that Santa Claus brings gifts for children also. Gifts and chocolates. So many gifts and chocolates Santa Claus brings specially for children. Once again, I will explain you the birthday of Lord Jesus Christ is celebrated as Christmas every year on 25th of December. Okay, we decorate Christmas trees, sing carols, and exchange gifts. On this day, as it is believed that the Santa Claus brings the so many gifts and the chocolates specially for childrens. We offer prayers at church. This way how we celebrate our Christmas religious festival. Now I'll explain about the Eid. It is the festival of Muslims. Okay, but as in India, we all together celebrate and wishes to each, to everyone. Okay, now Muslims celebrate Eid, and why we celebrate and how we celebrate this I'll explain you. Eid, after a month of fasting called Ramzan. Okay, 1 month Muslim peoples actually won't eat anything, and it is called as a fasting. Okay, so After a month of fasting, and that month is called as Ramzan. After 1 month, this Eid will come. Okay, Ramzan, this festival, Eid will come, and people wear new clothes, they go to mosque, they pray, and they hug each other, and they greet each other, they wishes each other by Eid Mubarak. They eat a special sweet dish that is called sevai. Okay, here, Muslims go to mosque, they pray there after a complete month of fasting, that is called Ramzan. Muslims celebrate this Eid and they wear new clothes and they greet each other by Eid Mubarak. After coming home, they eat a special sweet dish. It is called sevai. Understood, students? Now I am explaining all about this religious festivals. Okay. Now the next one, that is Guru Purab. The next one is Guru Purab. This actually day, the birth of the 10 Sikh Gurus are celebrated as Guru Purab. Mostly Punjabi people celebrate this. Okay. And it is mark the birth of 10 Sikh Gurus as Guru Purab. People go to Gurdwaras, and Gurdwaras are also decorated, and huge processions are taken out. People pray in the Gurudwaras and eat langar from a common kitchen. From a common kitchen, hundreds and thousands people can eat, and that it is called as langar. Okay, and it is the birth of the 10th Sikh Guru called as Guru Purab. Gurdwaras are also decorated with illuminated lights. Huge processions taken out. People pray in the Gurdwaras and they eat langar. Okay. So this is about a Guru Parab. Now we will come to a Dashara. Dashara is celebrated to mark the victory of God over, to victory of good over evil. It is called as Vijayadashmi also. Mostly we actually say as Lord Rama got the victory and he actually, yes, he actually got victory on that day, Dashara, victory he got, and that victory is celebrated and it is also called as a Vijay Dashmi. Vijay means victory. Understood? And the next one, that is a Durga Puja. How and who specially this Durga Puja celebrates? Durga Puja is the biggest festival. As I said, Durga Puja is the biggest festival. Yes, and mostly Bengalis celebrate this festival. In West Bengal, you find Bengalis, and they even wear the new clothes and worship goddesses Durga for 10 days. Okay, 9 days will be the Durga Puja, and the last day they celebrate as a Durgastami, and that is called a Durga Puja. It's celebrated on the 10th day. On the last day, the idol of the goddesses is immersed in the river. Yes, so many times in so many states you find by doing the worshipping of goddesses Durga, and after the 10 days of worshipping, at last day they actually immerse the goddesses in the river. Like this way, this puja is done, and it is the biggest festival of West Bengal. Bengalis celebrate this festival. Okay, and they even worship the goddesses Durga for total 10 days. Like this way, I just explain you the national festivals and religious festivals. Then here I will stop my explanation, and the next we will continue in our next class, that is harvest festival. Okay.